Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the GSMC Basketball Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. As always, I'm your host, Mayor Fatemi. Getting into our next segment here, we're going to continue to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. And specifically, we're not going to talk about the playoffs, actually. Well, we will a little bit, but in not the exact way you're thinking. SGA wins the regular season, officially has been awarded the 2024 Kia Most Valuable Player Award in 2024-2025. Honestly, this is what, especially after he beat Nikola Jokic in the playoffs. Even before that, we knew what was going to happen. But I think that was just the icing on the cake that kind of just hit it home. They couldn't announce the MVP award winner during that series, obviously, because both MVP candidates are playing each other. But I think regardless of what happened in that series, I think it was going to SGA regardless. SGA has been the best player in the league, has been the most, well, maybe not the best player, has been the most valuable player on the best team in the NBA 2 years in a row. Last year, I don't think he should have won it over Jokic. I'm happy that Jokic won it over him. But this year, I have no question with SGA being over Jokic. Even though I think Jokic is still the best player in the league right now. With how he played throughout the NBA playoffs, with how he played throughout the regular season when Mike Malone was their head coach. We saw after Mike Malone was fired that we saw his offensive efficiency kind of take a little bit of a slip. And I still don't know what that's about. Whether that's a new scheme with David Adelman, whether that's Jokic just being upset, whatever that might be. I'm not sure. But the MVP award should have gone to SGA regardless of how that Nuggets Thunder series went in the second round. It's just icing on the cake that SGA won it. It just proves why SGA deserves to win the MVP this year and why the Thunder are a better team than the Nuggets this year as a whole. But yeah, that's just my take on the MVP award. But let's going further into the question being asked during this segment. Would a championship give SGA the title of best player in the NBA? Let me tell you guys something really quick. Do you guys know that the last time a player was able to win regular season MVP, win the championship, and win finals MVP, the last time that happened was 2013 with LeBron James. It was LeBron who did it the last time. This is what we're comparing SGA to right now. This is the type of success that we're seeing out of this guy. And it's starting to become apparent. It was already apparent through the regular season because when you look at SGA, you look at finesse, you look at perfection, you look at polished NBA play. When you look at an NBA player, and if you're let me just give an example. Say I had a younger son, and he said, "Who should I base my game off of? Who is the player that you want me to look at and say, go play like that guy?" You know who it would be? Depending on if he's a center, if he's tall or whatnot. But if he's just like a casual, young, shorter wing player, I would say nobody other than SGA. Why? Because SGA he has athleticism, he has talent. Don't get me wrong. But when you watch him play, he does not base his play off of talent alone. And a lot of it the majority of it is not talent. A majority of what SGA brings to the table is his footwork, is his shooting, is the way he's able to play with his back to the basket, hit fall away jumpers. He plays like a younger KD that used to play in OKC. If you guys remember the days of the Slim Reaper that we used to call Kevin Durant back in the day. That was literally his nickname, the Slim Reaper. His fall away jumper, his ability to attack the basket, the way he made everybody around him better. Even though you could say Russell Westbrook was the point guard of that team, Kevin Durant was the primary scorer of that team. And SGA fills a similar role to what SGA plays a mixed role between Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Even though he doesn't get as many rebounds as Russell Westbrook did and isn't as much of a utility guy, SGA is the shooter that Kevin Durant was. He really is. This is the most pure shooter, at least from the mid-range. I've never seen a guy that has a sweeter, softer touch off the rim than SGA. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So SGA deserves a lot of props in the world, a lot of credit. But if that happens and he wins the NBA championship this year, he'll most likely win the NBA Finals MVP as well. If all these three things happen, I don't know if we can doubt him. I don't know if we can doubt him as not being the best player in the world. Because that's the resume of the best player in the world. Currently, the best player in the world is Nikola Jokic. And I don't think a lot of people would argue that. Nikola Jokic is obviously the best talent in the NBA right now. The best player, continues to play at the highest level. He's going to go down as a top 5 center in NBA history. He really is. He's already, for me, in my top 10 players all time. He has 3 regular season MVPs. He has a championship. He has a finals MVP. Like, it's just hard not to put him there. But with the championship, with the finals MVP, I think SGA catapults himself over Jokic. I think it has to be. He has to. He has to. Just resume alone, it's just too strong to compare to the eye test. The eye test comes into the conversation after the resumes get sorted out. If the two resumes are really close, that's when the eye test is the tiebreaker to see who's better than the other. And even then, that's when debate starts. As much as I think this will still be a debate, I think people would agree that SGA is the best player in the world if he wins the championship. If not, I think it still goes to Jokic, just because I think Jokic is that guy, and I think he can play. He's one of the best players in the league. He is probably the best player in the league, regardless. But SGA would get it done. SGA, he's just a phenomenal player. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. The way he makes the guys around him better, the way he shoots the ball, the way he makes the offense run, and then the teammates that he has around him to maximize his success defensively, to have not options, but have to have weapons on the outside for pick and pop shooting. If he gets double teamed, if he goes down the lane and he gets double teamed, he can kick out to a guy on the outside to knock down a 3. This is what the Oklahoma City Thunder do. This is their style of basketball, and they play in transition. I don't think there's a team out there that can match up with that. I really don't. I think that's just the level that the Oklahoma City Thunder are on right now. And I think these two guys are going to continue to play at that level. I think SGA is going to continue, and he's incredibly young. He's only 24 years of age, I believe. He's incredibly young. He has a lot of time left in the NBA, and he's going to continue to play at that high level. But in terms of, he's 26, just entering the prime of his career. But in this conversation, if Shai wins the championship, he is the best player in the league, period. I just don't think it can be discussed. I don't think it can be disputed. It's only happened 15 times in NBA history. It happened much more back in the day, but with the parity of the NBA today, I'm not shocked. I think it would just catapult him into another into another stratosphere. Because it doesn't happen in today's day anymore. It just doesn't. But yeah. I think SGA needs to continue to play at a high level if the Thunder want to win game 2 as well. I'll just throw that in there. But I think that pretty much sums up the segment. I wish I had a little bit more to talk because I need a couple more minutes, but would a championship give SGA the title for best player in the NBA? Yeah, it would. I'm going to put a pin in it there. It is what it is. I'm going to take a short break. Coming up next, we're going to switch gears over to recapping the rookie team that was just announced. I wish there was a little bit more to talk about. And sometimes this is what we get with this time of year. The playoffs are winding down. The offseason hasn't fully rolled around yet. We haven't fully heard a lot about what some teams are interested in terms of the offseason. But yeah, we'll recap. In the next segment, we're going to recap the 2024-2025 rookie teams that just got announced. But yeah, you're watching the GSMC Basketball Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.